Welcome gamers to A Bloody Woman, a Skyrim playthrough. This is part 1, the very beginning for probably the umpteenth time. You may have noticed that my video looks a little different than my last. That's because I'm using OpenShot Video Editor instead of Filmora Wondershare. It does not have that watermark. The only real downside to this free software is that you do have to do your voiceover separately and add it in, but I feel like it's a pretty fair trade. We're going to be jumping around and cutting through some of the intro here, including the longest wagon ride ever. We're going to be covering everything from our capture and onward towards our first main quest in Riverwood, which is going to be the Bleak Falls Barrow quest for the Golden Claw.
Wait, you there.
Now we get
Step
to
forward.
pick what we look like.
Who
It's
are
not
you?
gonna be that. I usually go for a female character, partly because, yes, I am a woman, and partly just because I prefer the way that they look. It's a smaller character to have on screen usually, and let's face it, a bad to the bone chick warrior is usually entertaining. At least I think so. One of the other main differences you may have noticed to my channel is my name is no longer Lukoa the Worst. That's right, we've rebranded to Sinna's Love, which is a handle that I've used in games ever since I was a teenager, along with other aspects of my life. Lukoa the Worst had no real importance to me other than it was a mashup of my dogs' names. I do love my dogs, but I felt Sinna's Love would be more appropriate. Something happened to my video footage when I was transferring it over onto the computer, and I seem to be missing the next main part of the intro here, which is being led up to the block and the dragon appearing as soon as he's about to chop my head off. So we're going to skip ahead. Once I got past the dragon, I elected to follow the Imperial Guard instead of the Stormcloak. Usually I go for the Stormcloaks just because I'm sympathetic to their cause. I do plan on trying to join them later in this playthrough, but I wanted to change a few things up. If you are new to Skyrim, one of the most important things to do is, in addition to surviving, make sure you loot everything and everyone that you kill. Anything that is useful or is worth a fair amount of money, definitely snap it up, but just be wary of how much it's going to weigh so you don't get bogged down. In the very beginning, weapons and armor are going to be useful because when you get to the first town, you can sell them for some coin in your pocket. I'll be jumping through a lot of my switching through different weapons and armors, so that way it doesn't take so long. Even with the missing video, I think this totaled about 35 to 40 minutes of actual gameplay. Probably about 10 minutes of that was me making my character. All of these little hidden nooks and crannies are where you're going to find your coins and other valuables that can help you later in the game. Lockpicks, venom, anything can be useful if you just know how to apply it in the game. We're up to the sneak portion of the intro cave, where there's a bear up ahead that he's going to want you to sneak past. Usually I do sneak and then come back and kill the bear, but this time I'm just going to go in arrows blazing. I'm not much of an archer when it comes to this game, preferring to go for a sword or an axe. But it's something that I will be trying to work on, and you will see me trying to work on it through this series. You will catch a quick glimpse of the dragon, very briefly. That's the dragon that attacked Helgen, and now we are on our way to go try to convince the good people of Riverwood that he is real. When you get out of the cave, you will notice that he always says we should separate and get on our own to the city. I'm not really sure why that is, considering he just walks very slowly down and it's not difficult to keep up with him at all. He is useful if you're a new player and you're not used to these wolves coming and attacking. sure you go after the body that he killed and collect the pelt from the wolf. That will be useful when you're smithing later. Once you arrive, you're going to have to prepare for some very long exposition. He's going to be speaking with his brother about the goings-on at Helgen. They're going to be talking about the nearby Jarl in Whiterun and hoping that he can send some guards to come help in case the dragon decides to attack here. This exposition is good to sit through just because it only serves kind of as filler, but once you've sat through it and you receive the key to their home, you can then grab pretty much anything in the house. Food, herbs, gold, whatever. There will be a few things that you can't take anymore and they will say steal on them. If you're not trying to kill the whole town, I advise not to steal it. For the love of God, do not kill a chicken outside. It's very tempting, but it is a mistake. Unless you want to play it as evil with a bounty on your head, then go right ahead. I have a hard time playing as an evil character, especially the first time through. Just simply, I guess I'm good-natured in real life, so I play my character that way. Once you've gone through all this exposition and you've gotten everything you could from here, you can go sell it at the trader, which is where I'm about to go. You can do some smithing. I've cut that out. And get your weapons and your armor back up to par. But if you come downstairs to the trader, he's going to talk to you about a golden claw that has been stolen from him. He and his sister have been fighting about whether she's going to go get it back or not. Skyrim's not generally a very sexist place. Obviously he doesn't want his little sister to get hurt, but he has no problem letting a female bounty hunter go and get it for him. So his sister will instead lead us out of the city. That's the mountain we're going to be heading to. These signs are posted up all over the city and all over the entire country of Skyrim. They can be very useful, helping you figure out where things are. Just anytime you're on a mission, be wary of wolves. They will hop out whenever they want to. They're not so dangerous alone, but when there's a lot of them, they can take damage to your health. Coming up on a bandit camp, so I'm going to leave it here for now, and I'll continue with it next time. Will be the Bleak Falls Barrow quest. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and please, please, please remember to like and subscribe. We are a very new channel, so we need all of the subscriptions and likes that we can get to help build our fan base. Thank you so much, and as always, happy gaming.